Sometimes one night changes everything. For Bob Vylan, it was a London show that erupted into a global flashpoint. The duo's raw, unfiltered performance sparked a chant that echoed far beyond the club's walls. Captured on phones, the moment went viral, igniting fierce debate, outrage, and support worldwide. Suddenly, this wasn't just music. It was a political statement, a headline, a dividing line. In our hyper-connected world, a single lyric can spark international controversy overnight. That night, Bob Vylan's message set off a chain reaction still unfolding today. So who exactly are Bob Vylan? What's behind the name, the music, and the message? They're a London duo, Bobby and Bobby Vylan, forging a unique path in the city's vibrant music scene. They're fearlessly blending the raw energy of punk rock, the gritty realism of grime, and the rhythmic storytelling of hip-hop into something entirely their own. The result is a furious, confrontational sound that grabs you by the throat and demands your attention. Their music is direct, political, and unapologetic, a sonic Molotov cocktail thrown at the establishment. They're tackling racism head-on, not shying away from the uncomfortable truths that plague society. They shine a light on inequality, exposing the systemic disparities that keep people down. And they confront British identity head-on, questioning what it means to be British in the 21st century. Live, they break down barriers, both literally and figuratively, creating a space where everyone is welcome. They're turning crowds into communities, fostering a sense of belonging and shared purpose. Their performances are fueled by anger at injustice, but also by a deep-seated hope for a better future. Bob Vylan's authenticity is undeniable, and their willingness to provoke uncomfortable conversations is what sets them apart. This has made them vital voices for a generation searching for answers and demanding change. They don't ask for permission to speak their minds, they demand to be heard, and they're not afraid to shout. Their message is sharp and laser-focused, their targets are crystal clear, leaving no room for ambiguity, and their impact is undeniable, resonating with audiences around the world. In today's media landscape, where attention spans are short, a single powerful lyric can be more effective than 1,000 headlines. The backlash was swift and immediate. News outlets and social media platforms erupted with condemnation and support, creating a firestorm of public discourse. The US government, responding to the outcry, revoked Bob Vylan's visa, citing concerns over potential public disorder and safety. This action effectively cancelled their highly anticipated American tour overnight, leaving fans disappointed and promoters scrambling. Back in the UK, authorities launched a formal criminal probe, seeking to determine the legality of the band's controversial statements. The central question was whether their chant, with its provocative lyrics, crossed the line into incitement or hate speech, a violation of British law. Critics, fueled by outrage, called for outright bans of the band's music and the removal of their content from streaming platforms. They aggressively labeled the band as dangerous agitators, accusing them of promoting violence and division. However, supporters quickly rallied online, launching counter-campaigns to defend the band's right to free speech and artistic expression. Many showed their solidarity by buying up the band's merchandise, turning a potential financial blow into a statement of support. The controversy ignited a fierce debate, splitting public opinion sharply down the middle. Was this censorship, a suppression of artistic expression, or a necessary action to protect society from harmful rhetoric? For Bob Vylan, the stakes were far higher than just lost gigs and damaged reputations. It represented a fundamental fight over artistic freedom, the right to challenge norms, and the power of music to provoke thought and action. The controversy rapidly escalated, becoming a major battleground in the ongoing culture war. It was a clash between the principles of free expression and the perceived boundaries of acceptable protest in a democratic society. The world watched with bated breath as one band's controversial words and actions became a global test case for the limits of free speech in the 21st century. In the realm of activism and artistic expression, where exactly do we draw the line between legitimate protest and outright provocation? It's a question that has plagued societies for centuries. Music throughout its history has consistently pushed boundaries, challenging norms and sparking conversations. But recently, Bob Vylan has taken this to a whole new level, making it virtually impossible for anyone to ignore the issues they're raising. Their controversial case now highlights the ever-present tension between the fundamental right to free speech and the potential dangers of hate speech, a debate that continues to rage on. This is especially relevant in today's interconnected digital world, where a seemingly isolated chant in London can quickly ignite global consequences and spark international debate. Despite facing intense scrutiny and criticism, Bob Vylan has steadfastly refused to back down from their message. Instead, they've boldly framed the backlash they've received as further proof of their message's inherent power and resonance. Their unwavering defiance has not only energized their existing supporters, solidifying their fan base, but it has also forced a much wider and more critical conversation about the complex role of artists and their responsibilities within society. This isn't just about the actions and impact of one particular band. It's about something much larger, the very future of protest, the evolving landscape of art, and the fundamental principles of free expression in a rapidly changing world. The crucial questions still remain unanswered. At what point does a protest cross the line and become a genuine danger? And perhaps more importantly, who gets to decide where that line is drawn? But one thing is undeniably clear. Bob Vylan, through their music and activism, has undeniably forced us all to confront the uncomfortable realities of where we stand on these critical issues.